Every single day, our inbox gets bombarded with people trying to sell us something. Outsourcing, SEO magic, automation secrets, and lately, the promise to turn our YouTube channel into the next Mr. Beast. If you run a business, you've probably seen this too. Your inbox is basically a junkyard of questionable offers. Some are obvious scams, but others are more subtle. And now, scammers have a new sidekick. AI. Yep, the robots are here, and they're sounding smarter, sneakier, and even more convincing. In today's video, I'm exposing a sneaky AI video scam, so you know what to look out for, because we don't want you to get bamboozled by some robot in a suit. A few weeks ago, we got an email from someone named Declan Moore. The subject line was question for wiki design, which is totally normal. We get questions in our inbox all the time. Nothing seemed too sketchy just yet. He kicked things off with a friendly greeting, saying he hoped that we were having a great day. Thanks, Declan. He also complimented the look and image of our YouTube channel. Now, look and image? That's not exactly how humans talk. It kind of sounds like something a robot picked up after watching one branding webinar. He goes on to say that he's very confident he can help us get 15,000 a month with our current following every single month. Well, here comes the sales pitch. But 15,000 what? Dollars? Subscribers? Views? Bitcoin? You're not very specific, Declan. He goes on to say, the best part is if we don't deliver, you don't pay. We work on a 100% money back basis, so if you don't get results, you get all of your money back, no questions asked. I am looking to become your partner and monetize your audience the right way so that you can bask in the riches you deserve. But my favorite part is this line. By the way, this isn't an automated message. I'm a real human. I recorded a quick video to introduce myself and so you can see I'm not blasting you from some software. And in fact, Declan did record us a video. And it shows our actual YouTube channel with our actual videos on it. We'll get into that a little later. Let's finish reading this email that clearly isn't sent by an AI robot. Declan goes on to say, we've already helped the angry explainer go from making $0 to $600 a day in just 28 days. We did the same thing with natural footballers, helping them go from $100 a month to $10,000 a month in the first 30 days of working together. Okay, so he's showing proof by referencing other YouTube channels that have a pretty decent following. He closes out by saying, I would love the opportunity to learn more about your business, challenges, and goals to see if there's a fit. Would you be interested in having a call this week so we can discuss? Thanks, Camille. Wait, Camille? I thought your name was Declan. Who is Camille? Just in case we weren't convinced, this Camille guy, or Declan, or whatever his name is, left a PS. When I say I want to become your partner, I mean it. I will work with you relentlessly until you hit your desired goal and then some. Wow, he's going to work really hard for us. I don't know. I might actually be convinced. Let's take a look at the email signature. Pretty standard stuff. We have a name, Declan Moore, so not Camille, and then partner at SGA, and the company, email, phone number, and address. So to me, someone who gets these emails all the time, this one screamed scam from a mile away. But for others, it might not be so obvious. There are a lot of people that are genuinely looking for help with things like SEO, automation, and growing their YouTube channel. And these automated AI scam companies totally take advantage of that. And they're only getting better at sounding legit. So how can you tell the difference between a real opportunity and a cleverly disguised trap? Let's break it down and go over some classic red flags to watch out for. Let's take a deeper dive into this email that was sent. The first thing that I already mentioned was the odd wording in the email. Things like look and image of your channel. It's oddly written and generic. People don't really talk like that. Also, 15K per month minimum with your current following every single month. That sounds really weird and grammatically incorrect. Also, 15,000 what? You're not being specific. I am looking to become your partner and monetize your audience the right way so you can bask in the riches you deserve. Again, that's another really weird line. Nobody talks like that. If this was a real human, I doubt they would use that phrasing. Also, if you go to our YouTube channel, it's pretty easy to see that we're already monetized and part of the YouTube Partner Program. If you took a quick glance, it would be pretty obvious. So if this was a person that actually looked at our channel, they probably wouldn't have made that weird, awkward comment. But really, the dead giveaway that this is a robot is this line telling me that he isn't one. Let's take a look at this video that whatever his name is recorded for us.
Hey Wiki Design, it's Camille. Thanks for taking the time to watch the quick video.
Okay, so in the video, his name is Camille. I guess we cleared that one up.
I've got your socials open here and oh yeah, let me follow you real quick. There you go. I actually really do like what you're doing with your content at the moment. So I asked a colleague of mine to reach out to you, and also first and foremost, I'm so sorry about not having my camera on. I'm having kind of a bad hair day and trust me, you do not want to see that.
This is a huge red flag. One of the quickest ways to tell that you're dealing with a robot are lines like this. Bots love throwing in vague excuses for why they can't turn on their cameras. It's 2025. Pretty much everyone has a camera. So if they're not turning it on, there's a reason why. If you don't see a person on the other end of the video, it's likely because it's not a real person. So just keep that in mind.
But I really wanted to get this video out to you like now as soon as possible. So anyways, for context, these are a couple of my clients' social media page. We've got just above 250K with Angry Explainer and around 200K right now with Natural Footballers.
Both of these are real accounts. I can go there and see the same videos that he's pulling up in this video that he's recorded and close to the same amount of followers and subscribers. But it's pretty easy to pull up a random account on YouTube that looks successful and say, I worked with them to help them grow. My guess is that neither of these people actually worked with this guy, or they're in on the scam, meaning that they all work for the same company and they're all getting something out of this. I'm not going to bore you with the entire contents of this video, but basically the pitch boils down to we're confident that we can help you, and if we don't, you get a full refund. They have this magical plug-and-play system where you just sign up and bam, you're starting to get more subscribers and more money. The usual too good to be true promises. But towards the end of the video, they throw in this bit that I wanted to bring up.
I came across your stuff and I'm just really confident we can help you. So I figured, why not make this quick video? Because usually people are going to respond more positively when I make these type of, personalized videos. So
this is another clear red flag because it's trying to sound human and relatable. Any marketing guru will tell you to personalize your message. They're using a conversational tone and trying to make it feel like a one-on-one chat with a friend. The AI is mimicking what it learned from real people, but it's still trying too hard to come off like it's your new best friend. And if we go through the rest of the email, you can see how it's also trying to take on that conversational tone. Here are some other dead giveaways that this is fake. Clearly the use of 3 different names. It's coming from someone named Declan, but it's signed Camille, and in the video the person is named Camille as well. In the signature, the email is ethan@salagrowthalchemy.com, so 3 different names for one email that's being sent. Clear red flag. Also, there's a lot of weird formatting issues in the signature. It's kind of like they copied and pasted and forgot to remove the formatting. You can see that there's a space in the .com portion of the email, and there's some different colors and fonts going on. So it says the company name is Sala Growth Alchemy. It kind of looks like they misspelled sales, but let's throw this into Google and see what comes up. Maybe Sala is a word that I don't know. The first thing that comes up is a website called Growth Alchemy. This looks like someone's actual website. I don't really understand what they do, but it doesn't look like they are doing YouTube or social media growth for companies. This is a common thing that these scammers do. They piggyback off of actual real companies, hoping that you don't notice the difference in their URL. But if we take a look at the email again, the domain name is coming from officialsailorgrowthalchemy.com. What a horrible URL, first of all. And this URL to this website is just growthalchemy.com. So you can see how they're trying to kind of piggyback off of this actual domain and this actual business. Let's see what comes up if we try to go to the domain that they put in their email. Looks like it redirects to a Calendly scheduler that is no longer valid. And look at the link that it's redirecting to. Yet another name. Let me try clicking on the link in this video. Okay, before we go any further, don't do what I'm doing. If you're not sure about a link, don't click it. Don't watch random videos because that's a surefire way to get a virus on your computer or get into some trouble. So do as I say, not as I do. Hey, voiceover barber here. Between the time that I recorded this video and I started editing it, the link to the scheduler stopped working. My guess is that enough people reported the account and Calendly took it down. So originally it was working, but in the couple days between me shooting the video and beginning the editing process, it went down. So that's how fast these scams come and go. I think I found the official website. Same logo as in the scheduler and same overall pitch, $15,000 a month on YouTube for the next 6 months. I love this line. Without having to spend hours creating content or making your audience hate you. Okay. And of course, there's another video. This one is full of big promises about how much money they can make you and how they've already helped some people, like the Angry Explainer and Natural Footballers, people that were in the email that I received and also in the video that they recorded for me. And just in case we weren't already sold, they added a few more in for good measure. To make themselves look even more legit, they added in all of these logos and links to news sites. It's pretty easy to write a generic press release and use a service to blast it to all these different news outlets, so I'm guessing that's what they did. They also have all of these testimonials and results they've generated for their clients, but no actual data or actual information on what they do. So yeah, this is 100% a scam. It's not exactly subtle, and like I've said before, I see these all the time, so it's pretty easy for me to spot them. But not everyone has, and not everyone is super tech savvy and knows how to spot these AI scams. That's why I wanted to make this video. AI has basically become a scammer's sidekick. There's no regulation, and these tools are only getting better and better, so they're going to sound more and more convincing. That means we have to be smarter too. We have to protect ourselves, our parents, our grandparents, and our younger siblings and children. Because despite people thinking that this is a boomer-only problem, Gen Z are the ones getting scammed the most. So the big question is, how do we do that? The first thing, assume literally everything is fake. Look, I'm not normally such a Debbie Downer, but I feel like when it comes to scams, you kind of have to be. Let's be honest, a lot of what we see online these days is completely fake. It's all carefully crafted to separate us from our money. We're being marketed to nonstop, and a lot of this stuff isn't even real. It's coming from fake companies like this one, or even worse, companies that are pretending to be the companies that you already use, know, and trust. So if you really want to protect yourself, you have to flip your mindset. Don't assume that something is legitimate, assume that it's not, and then prove that it is legitimate. Trust has to be earned, especially on the internet. Pay attention to things like domain names and links. These are usually telltale signs of scams. Scammers love to misspell things. They might throw one letter off so that you don't realize it's not coming from the legitimate company that you know and trust. They do this a lot with places like Amazon, UPS, FedEx, but even your bank can be spoofed. And you won't really notice unless you're looking for it. Always check the URL to make sure it's what you'd expect to see. If you're still not sure if something is legitimate or not, try logging into your account at those places. So for example, let's say you got an email saying there was a problem with your Amazon account or something was wrong with your bank account. Try logging into those accounts, not through the link that they sent you, but how you normally would, through like an app or their website. If there was an actual problem, there would be a notification in your account somewhere. Another thing is pay attention to the language in the email. If you spot misspellings, weird grammar, or phrases that just feel off, like it's not an actual human talking, it probably is a scam. And remember the classic AI move. They're going to try to tell you that they're a real person and not a robot, but spoiler alert, real people usually don't have to announce that they're real. Now, if you aren't sure, one thing that you can do is put the email into ChatGPT and ask, do you think that this is written by AI? I know it's kind of ironic to do that, but it's actually really helpful. I put this email into ChatGPT and it told me right away that it thought it was written by AI. And remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Be smart with who you follow and who you interact with online. Trust your gut, because there's a lot of bad actors out there. And be sure to do research. Look, I know it's annoying having to research all of these companies. I totally get it. But if you really want to protect yourself from this sort of thing, you have to put in time and effort. And honestly, taking 5 minutes to do some research could save you a lot of headaches. Research the companies and accounts that are coming up in your social media feeds or sending you emails. Have you ever heard of them before? Do they have legitimate reviews? Do they have an actual website? These are all things that, if the answer is no, they're probably fake companies. And unfortunately, this is especially important when it comes to tragic events. I hate that I even have to say this, but whenever there is a natural disaster or some tragedy that happens in the world, you get more scam companies. These are people that are taking advantage of tragedies in efforts to make money. It's really gross. They'll set up fake organizations asking for donations. Anyone can create a GoFundMe page, and it's pretty easy to set up an Instagram account or a YouTube account and post some generic photos and videos that tug at your heartstrings. Some of these are ripped from the news, others are generated by AI. They slap a donate to help link on the page and bam, they have a fake organization. I see this every single time there's a natural disaster or some heartbreaking event. What makes it so awful is that there are really good people out there that want to help, and these scammers exploit that. It's really cruel, and we have to be extra cautious when a natural disaster or event happens that's going to tug at our heartstrings. I really wish that AI scams weren't something we had to worry about as much, but unfortunately, here we are. These scams are everywhere nowadays, and with the rate technology is moving, they're only going to get worse. If you found this video useful, share it with somebody that you think could benefit from it as well. The more we understand how these AI scams work, the harder it's going to be for people to get away with it. Stay smart, stay safe, and as always, thanks for watching.